Hey guys, I'm Josiah, and this is Movie News. So today we have quite a few interesting things to talk about, mostly leaning on the DC side of things this time instead of the Marvel side. There's been lots of interesting DC news coming out recently, but before we jump into that, if you are new around here, consider subscribing to the channel and joining the best movie-loving community here on YouTube. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our first story for the day. We are going to be talking about the new Irishman movie coming out that is directed by Martin Scorsese. This is a film that I'm really looking forward to. I've enjoyed some of his movies in the past and stuff. Some of his movies are kind of hit and miss for me, but others I've really enjoyed a lot. This is a film that I'm really looking forward to, as it has Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in it, and I'm a big fan of them. But the thing that's really interesting about this film, the first half of the film is actually going to be the younger versions of Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and some of the other people in this cast. So the interesting thing that they're going to be doing is they're going to be having a company de-aging the whole cast for the first half of the film. The whole cast. This is definitely the biggest de-aging endeavor that has been seen in film so far. We've seen the de-aging technology be used for other things like Captain Marvel with Samuel L. Jackson, and some other things like even Tony Stark, you know, how he had that de-aged version of him and stuff in the beginning of I think it was Civil War, I believe. And so yeah, there's it's technology that has been improved over time, and it's gotten really good. Samuel L. Jackson and Captain Marvel looks amazing de-aged. I think he looks great. So it's definitely a technology that's been refined very well. So I'm interested to see how this is going to be handled. We have here a quote from Schumacher, who is the editor of the film, and he says, "We're youthifying the actors in the first half of the movie, and then the second half of the movie they play their own age. So that's a big risk. We're having that done by Industrial Light and Magic Island ILM. That's a big risk. We're seeing some of it by having gotten a whole scene where they're young, and what I'm going to have to see, and what Marty's going to have to see. How is it affecting the rest of the movie when you see them young?" So this could be a big risk. This is really interesting, but I'm confident that it's going to be done well. This is a technology that's been improved quite a bit, so I have good faith that this will turn out better than what we are expecting. I think that this film is something to really look forward to. I know that it was recently picked up by Netflix as well. It isn't going to be, I think it's going to be released theatrically for like a week or something, I heard, if I remember right, and then it's going straight to Netflix. So it'll be interesting to see this film. This is a film that I'm really looking forward to, and yeah, great cast, great director, so I'm really excited about this film. Let me know in the comments below if you are excited about this film as well. Moving on to some DC news. So first off, there is apparently going to be a Trench spinoff now from Aquaman, where they have like the whole trench sequence. If you've seen Aquaman, you know what I'm talking about, where the film suddenly gets like very horror-esque and stuff, which is kind of interesting and great sequence. I'm sure James Wan had a lot of fun with that, as he's really big into horror. So apparently now we're getting a spin-off of that with The Trench, which is hilarious. The DCEU has done a lot of really terrible movies, but they continue to amuse me how they always just create these spin-off films, these sequels, and all that stuff, and they never work out, as is the case in the Joker movie that was supposed to happen. The Joker solo film that was going to be starring Jared Leto's version of the Joker. That's not happening anymore, and apparently we're getting The Trench now, so I guess we have that to look forward to. We have here a quote from James Wan. Let's see here, where he actually took to Twitter. Scott Mendelson said, The Trench Aquaman spinoff is essentially applying the Conjuring universe model to DC Films brand. So you liked this killer doll and that one scene with that scary nun in the other scene? Enjoy a whole movie about that killer dog and another doll and another with that evil nun. And then James Wan says, during the early stages of pre-production, I fell in love with the Trench and its designs and secretly hoped to explore this world further more. Now I'm not confirming or denying this project, but we know that this project is happening, and it's really exciting to see, and it'll be interesting to see how James Wan is involved in this project. This is something I'm really looking forward to seeing. Aquaman's it's a fun movie. It's not a great movie, but it's fun. It's at least a lot more cohesive than Batman v Superman and Justice League were, so that's good. And definitely, probably my second favorite DCEU film after Wonder Woman. So if you haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend it when it comes out. Lots of bright things happening in the future for the DCEU, especially since Jason Momoa just posted this video after a meeting that he had at the Warner Brothers office. So he's looking around, doing all this stuff. This is a fun video.
Of course they do. Look at these two champs going to the top floor.
So this is him when he's going into the office and stuff. This is him leaving after his meeting. Sounds a little excited.
Yeah!
Sounds a little excited. Sounds like he's having fun.
Love it. Oh! You got no idea what's coming.
Anyway, so I'm excited to see what Warner Brothers has up their sleeves for the DCEU, and I'm sure with Aquaman's success, they're definitely going to be pushing Aquaman hard for the future in the DC universe, which I am not opposed to, and I'm excited to see where the DCEU goes from here. Hopefully they stay in their lane and they don't start falling into identity politics and all that stuff, because right now they have a shot to be in a really good spot in the next few years, so hopefully they don't mess that up. Last thing to talk about for today, another horror-esque thing. The Invisible Man reboot is apparently going to be a low-budget film, and the Blumhouse apparently may be using the Dark Universe scripts. So this is really exciting. In an interview with Collider, Bloom talks about the Invisible Man reboot, and he says, it was like the Blumhouse version of The Invisible Man. It's a lower budget movie. It's not dependent on special effects, CGI stunts. It's super character driven. It's really compelling. It's I think it's supposed to say thrilling. It's edgy. It feels new. Those were all things that felt like they fit with what our company does, and it happened to be an Invisible Man story, so it checked both boxes, and we responded to it because I think Lay is just an A+ director. So I know that that Bloom is very interested in the Dark Universe, and he wants to resurrect this this universe. And I think that if they go more with a lower budget feel, where it's more character driven and stuff, I think that they could really nail it and really do a great job. So I'm really excited to see where they go from here. Hopefully the Dark Universe can find ground again, because this is a universe that I'm really excited about and I think has a lot of potential if done the right way. So if they focus a lot more on character development and stuff, I think that they have a chance to make this really great. Anyway, that is the news for today. I will definitely keep you updated on any other news concerning the Dark Universe, concerning the DCEU, and all of that stuff as we move further along. And I hope you guys enjoyed the news for today. And if you did, then consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. And I will talk to you very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.